Hi, this is Karen with Swisher. We're here today with Josiah. He's going to be showing us how to take a blade off of one of our finish cut mowers and sharpen it and then put it back on.
Alright, so first thing you want to do is make sure you have all the tools you need. You're going to need a jack of some sort and jack stands, and if you've got a couple pieces of scrap wood, mock up some sort of wheel chocks to keep the front wheels in place. And then you're only going to need a 9/16 socket and a wrench. So first thing you want to do is, also for safety, make sure your switch is off and your key is out of the ignition, just in case. And then you want to make sure your wheels are kicked out sideways. That'll stop it from wanting to go anywhere. And center it up. You want to lift this high enough so that you've got enough clearance to work under there. Okay, once those are positioned, you can drop that down slowly. Give it a little shake test. And then just for ease of the video, I'm going to be taking just this blade off here where the grass shoot's at, so we can get a good video of it. And then it's the same process for the other two. So get under here, and you've got 3 bolts. One that's actually attaching your blade to the driver assembly, and then 2 that are on the block. Take your first one off. These might be a little stubborn sometimes, so if you've got some WD-40, you can let that soak on the too, and these will come off easier. So that will get your blade off, and make sure you keep all your hardware together so you don't lose anything. But yeah, there's your blade, and then we'll move on to sharpening it. Alright, so now that we've got the blade off, it's time to sharpen it. You want to make sure you've got a vise of some sort to secure the blade while you're trying to sharpen it. That way you can grind it down cleanly and get a new sharp edge on there. So you've got this cutting angle here on each blade. This is the top part of the blade, and you want to maintain that same cutting angle as best you can. That way it'll still cut grass efficiently. And you also only want to sharpen this side. You don't want to sharpen the back side, because you don't want to get your blade too sharp on a mower. Otherwise it'll just dull out really fast, and at a certain point you're just taking material off and reducing the life of your blade. So like I said, you want to maintain the same cutting angle. There's a couple imperfections here, and you obviously want to take out what imperfections you can. But if your blade is too far worn down to where you can't sharpen it, it's probably time for a new blade. But in this case, this one's in pretty good shape, so I'm just going to kind of show you how to sharpen it. That's about it, and then obviously flip it over and do the other side. Again, this side's pretty clean too, so it won't take much sharpening, but it'll take some. And obviously this is an angle grinder. It's the fastest way to sharpen a blade, but if you don't have access to one of those, you can use a file, but it's going to take a lot longer. So I would suggest getting one of these or borrowing one from somebody. It makes this whole process a lot easier. So now it's time to put it back on the mower. Alright, so we've got our blade sharpened. Now we're going to put it back on the mower. So again, you've got your 3 bolts and your 1 washer and 2 nuts. So these are fine thread bolts. They're all 3 the same. Actually, I take that back. The one you put in the middle on the actual assembly is shorter, so you want to make sure you get that back in its appropriate spot. And that's the one you want to put on first, along with this washer. So these are fine thread bolts, so make sure that you've got it started before you hit it with the impact, otherwise you will cross thread them, and that's not a fun time. So just get that hand tight to where that blade is sitting up there on the assembly, and then position that plate up top to where you can fit a bolt through there, and you want to get those nuts started. And once you've got those started, just hammer them down. Okay, that's back on. All right, now all we got to do is get our mower off the jack stands, and we'll be ready to mow. Slide those out of the way, and then slowly lower this down. That's it. You're ready to mow.
Thanks for watching our video today. If you need any blades or any other parts for your mowers, you can give us a call at 1-800-222-8183. You can visit our website at www.swisherinc.com or come by and see us here at Swisher, 1602 Corporate Drive here in Warrensburg, Missouri.